Hello stream. It's 2:53 p.m. Got a few hours before I need to go into my kickboxing session. You know what would be a good task? A Discord bot. That would be good. Actually, what am I saying? I've already made Discord bots. I just got nowhere to store it. And I sold my server a couple months ago. So, well, a few months ago, actually. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I saw this thing called Code Ninjas. It might be good. It might be nice. Okay, so... Oh, actually, this might be for little kids. I'm not sure. 8 to 14? Bruh. Okay. This is not for me, my bad. What would be good then? I think... Oh, I don't want to do leak code. That's crazy. Code Ninja? No, it's not Code Ninja. Bruh. What is it? Current frame rate is too high. Who is watching a stream in 30 FPS? You gotta be taking a piss. I actually don't know how to change it, like live. Yeah, it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me change the FPS unless I shut down the stream. It's just a warning though, it won't do anything bad to the stream. Okay. There was a website which I liked to go on, and I think it was Code Ninja, but Code Wars. Yeah, it was this one. Okay, I'm gonna log in real quick. Did I log in with GitHub? No, I didn't. Okay. Right then, so I use this website for Python. And let's see if I can use it with C++. My friend Ed, he introduced me to this website. I'm not sure if he still does it. That would be cool if he does. Yes, brother. My mods didn't meet him, it was me. And he's staying like that. Hopefully you will not do it again. I don't like NSFW content in my community. Yeah, you think 1 week is insane, but the amount of times we've given him 10 minutes or 1 hour or 1 day bans, it is probably it's been more than a week already. If he does it again, though, it will be a ban permanently. Why am I using Spyware OS? I love Spyware OS because look at this. I get to have these widgets, man. Look, recent subs, alerts, chat, right? All of this. I get to have that, and on OBS Linux, I do not. If you find a solution for getting those widgets on Linux, then I'll stream on Linux more, on Arch. But until then, it's Windows. Could be done too on Arch, yeah. I've been trying on many different occasions to do it on Arch. It did not work for hours straight, really. I couldn't sort it out. Right. Debugging. They're fun. Did you use the browser source thingy? I used the way that the internet told me to use. I don't remember what that was. I can check later. I did this problem in Python. Let's see if I can do it in this language. The code does not execute properly. Try and figure out why. I thought we didn't need curly braces. Yeah, drag Willy over here. Drag the other mod while you're at it. Why did Blood using a namespace STD? There's no point. Damn, can you spell correctly, please? Okay. Okay. You are given a class named person which has variables mx, my, mz. Coordinates of a 3D location, okay. And a method named location, which should transfer these coordinates to the 3 arguments of the function. Okay. Can you find a bug? Okay. Might as well. No, you can't, man. Crazy. 1, 2, 3. 0, 0, 0. So, the bug, what's the bug? Well, will it tell me the bug? If I just run it. Expected equal to 1, actual 0. Mika, did you get pinged this time? You're given a class name person which has variables mx, my, and mz. Yes. Coordinates of a 3D location. This is the constructor which expects. I'm not sure what this colon means. What does the colon do in constructors in C++? Introduces a member initializer list, which is used to initialize member variables before the constructor's body executes. You got a ping me dogfight. You should be catfighting. Try catfight. YouTube just changed. What? Craft Zen is so gonna get a beating, man. Well, these are not initialized to anything. I'd guess that's an issue. No, it's not. Career ending screenshot. You know, I prefer World of Tanks instead of this game. This has to be rage bait. Nah, World of Tanks definitely better. Where did I learn this rage bait? Listen, I've got years of experience rage baiting my friends. Now I've got none, so you're not falling for it. Oh, I'm being honest. World of Tanks is the best. Right. Expected equal to 1. Actual 1. Oh, am I supposed to add code in or something? Discuss, let's see. To make it so it changes the values of the past in arguments. Maybe it's the other way around. Yeah, sure. MY. Mika, what's going on? You got no idea? What language do you even do? You do Python, right? Yeah, you do. You're a Python pirate. I respect that. C++ is scary. Python, my beloved. I had the same mindset as you for quite a few years. But you gotta expand your territory. At some point. These glasses are hurting my eyes. Fuck. I can't wear these glasses. They hurt me. Oh, but now I can't see. There's time for that. I'm too lazy now. I'm going to change the title of the stream to make it realistic. You got to go in a dogfight with an MiG-21. Do you have to? Is it a life or death situation? If you don't go, you're cooked. Let me read it again for the fourth time. You're given a class named person, which has the variables mx, my, mz. I don't get why it's private though. Coordinates of some 3D location and a method named location which should transfer these coordinates to the 3 arguments of the function. So location, the location method sets the x, y, z variables to mx, my, and mz, the member variables. But this constructor is called first before location, so it's gonna use whatever values are here first instead of these values. There's an issue. Return doesn't mean assigned to the argument. Oh, so this assigns x to m underscore x. Well, why are we doing it twice? This is this assigns x to mx, but this also assigns x to mx. It's same code. Also, MIG is read fully, not MIG. Okay, I'll say MIG from now on. Also, MIG is read. Wait, I already read that. Oh, bro. You got touched. By who? By the World of was it World of Tanks ambassador. 0 out of 0 out of 10 rage bait. I'll get you one day. I already got you before. I'm gonna get you again. I don't get what's the point of this function. These are local variables. What? They're just gonna get discarded. Let's see this example. So, person with the constructor arguments 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then, yeah, so that sets the member variables mx, my, mz to 1, 2, 3 respectively. Int x equals 0. Okay. Oh, so this sets... Oh, so the location... The location method updates the x, y, z variables in the constructor. So... Well, if I just change the sample test, if I just do this, then it should work. What have I done? What have I done? Oh. Wait. I should not have these braces here. World of Tanks doesn't have planes. Exactly, that's why it's better. It's got tanks. Like Eddie Hall. I need to reset this. Okay, so equal to 1. Well, why don't you just change x, y, z to 1, 2, 3? What? Okay, so I fixed it by changing the test code. What? Oh. Damn. Okay. So it seems like I cheated there by accident. Changing the sample code does solve it, but it's a hard-coded fix. Only took like 15 minutes. No, I didn't even fix it. I cheated. Yeah, heartbroken. You passed all the tests. That's cap. Also, why did it take 2 full seconds? 2 full seconds is mad. Emacs. Ah, no way. We get to use Vim. Oh man, I love me some Vim. Whoa. I don't want to use ChatGPT. Well, it's just asking me to find a bug, not fix anything. The constructor doesn't have anything inside it. The flashbang is real. You hate that clanker. I love clankers. Actually, only some of them. But you can't really hate a clanker, because if you don't like something about it, you can simply go to the clanker's settings and tell it, don't do this again. Instead, do this. And then it's fixed. Ooh, a clanker lover. I'm in love. Gulping on that water. Bottle of water. Do you want some water, Mika? Mika, my most loyal viewer. You know, if I met you in real life, I'd give you a bottle of water. Nah, who is it then? You want location. Right. You want the location function to return or give access to the person's current coordinates. Well, obviously not return. It's supposed to give access. Yeah. Update. Question. When you look at the current location method, does it return anything or does it just assign values? Try to reason. Will ABC change after? What do you mean ABC? Where did you get ABC from? This clanker is very slow. Wow, it's slow. Well, there's no need to say ABC, just use XYZ. I literally gave you the source code. Why are you saying ABC? It's XYZ. Hello, Dixalis. Hello, Yuso. Yeah, doing some code kata. I like me some karate. Mental karate, obviously. Yeah, I don't think this kata was written quite well. By the way, if anyone thinks I'm cheating, I'm not. I said do not tell me the answer. Teach me how I would go about finding the answer myself. But it basically just gave me the answer right now because it just reminded me that C++ uses pass by value by default instead of using the reference. So all I have to do is like add wait. I gotta add this, right? Reference to this. And then that should be it. When you pass an int into the function by value, does the function get a reference or the local copy? Well, currently it's local copy. So I think what I did is correct. Yeah, okay. So that changes it. That changes the memory's address, like in memory. So that should be fixed now. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you something, right? About karate, I actually won a karate competition a few years ago. I came second place. I'll show you the trophy. Alright, I'm hiding the organization's name because that will leak my address basically. I don't know if the camera can see it right. You definitely can't see that writing, but it says Interclub second place 2013 Kumite. So pretty cool. Yeah, obviously kickboxing is better. That's what I'm gonna do right after this stream. Gonna go sparring. We've got Mr. Karate Kid over here. Nah. C++ references are approximately syntactic sugar on top of pointers. The main difference is that a reference can't be a null pointer. But under the hood, it is using pointers. Okay. Yeah, because I heard C doesn't. Does C have references? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. No. Yeah, so the C references are just sugar, innit? So let's see if I can do this without using references. Let's see if I can do it without the sugar. Wait, what does Emacs mean? Emacs. Oh, that's just the code. That's the code editor. Yeah. I mean, I knew it was a code editor, but I wanted to know if it was a hard one to use. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so reference. So if I just get the memory address of it here, I think that's how it works. Right. Okay. So in here, I would I'd have to dereference it. So wait, no. Yeah, I have to dereference something. You could do it with pointers, but that would change the signature of the function. The test probably wouldn't compile anymore. Really? I mean, I'm not returning anything. I'm just changing the parameters, so... It's just like that, right? So I get the pointer to XYZ and then I dereference the pointers and then assign it the value, which is this. This might work. The parameters are part of the signature. Oh, they are, yeah. Cannot initialize a parameter of type int pointer. Passing argument to parameter x here. Yeah. Okay, that's not gonna work then. Maybe it would work outside of this website with a different signature. That's right, but now on the call site you need to provide pointers. Oh, really? Oh, is that it? Is that simple? So... just like that? Oh no, it didn't work. Oh wait, no. I meant to do this. Okay, so this might work. Let's see. No, it didn't work. Indirection requires pointer operand. Mika, stop spamming, please. Wrong line. Use reference instead of pointer. But I'm trying to think, how could I also do this to make it C code, what was it? To make it compatible with C. My mic keeps falling down. Right. Because the ampersand operator doesn't exist. So Yeah, it gets the memory address, but not in C. Can you get the memory address without... Wait. Actually. How to get the memory address variable in C? Wait, what? I thought C doesn't have that symbol, the ampersand. The address of operator. I swear I searched it up 2 minutes ago and it said it doesn't exist in C. What is going on? The ampersand operator does work in C, just not as a type declaration. Ampersand means two different things depending on how you use it. Okay, well that makes a bit more sense now. That does make a bit more sense. Bro, what? Int ampersand is the parameter of a function, meaning it's an int reference. Yeah. Alright, well. I don't think it works on this website. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Let's find another kata. Is a number prime? I'm not doing that. Go from 8 kata straight down to 6. Freestyle sparring. Whoa. I need to change my languages to accept C++. I think I've got to go in my settings to do that. I cannot find where the languages are. Here? Oh, here it is. Right, choose the languages you wish to train on. I'm gonna unselect Python because I'm done with that for now. I've completed 96 kata. That is not true. No way. Train. Wow, my friend is really good. He's on 4. Damn. Can I see what he's done? Wow. Well done, him. Just to complete the explanation, void foo int reference to x. Use the reference which doesn't exist in C, called an int x foo x. Right. To do the same with pointers, you need to say void foo int pointer x, and then int x foo, and then call it with a reference to x. It's alright. So in C, you just do int pointer x, and then declare x, and then call foo, and the argument is the address of x. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. There's not much difference between them two. Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you. Oh, I like the debugging ones. Let's do that. No, I'll do this one after. Vote in the poll, people. Oh, we got maths. Collinearity. Wait. Collinearity. Collinearity. Collinearity, okay. Property of 3 or more points being on a single line. So that's the... Oh, three points. Why 3? Why 3? Why specifically 3? Oh, because that's the minimum amount of points to make a triangle. Yeah. We are given 2 vectors starting from origin 0, 0. Yeah. With coordinates x1, y1, and x2, y2. Your task is to find out if these vectors are collinear. Collinear vectors are vectors that lie on the same straight line. They can be directed in the same opposite directions. One vector can be obtained from another by multiplying it by a certain number. In terms of coordinates, vectors x1, y1, and x2, y2 are collinear if x1, y1 equals k times x2 and k times y2, where k is any number acting as a coefficient. Okay. So they don't have to touch each other. They just need to have the same, like, what would I even call it? The same angle. The vectors just need to have the same angle, and then that means they're collinear. It doesn't matter what direction they have. Classic linear algebra. I'm going to be doing this in university if I go to it, so I might as well get started early. Collinear vectors are considered one of the most important concepts. Actually, that's also called parallel. You know what? That is true. I think so. Oh, it is, yeah. If they're parallel. Yo, there's just two words in the English dictionary that mean the same thing. Yuso, I have a question for you. Right? I've been thinking about it for a long time. But I don't know if I should go for computer science degree or software engineering degree. It's just hard. It's a hard decision. And I've only got like 1.5 months, 2 months to make the decision. What'd you say? Mika says computer science. But why? Computer science includes AI, cybersecurity, machine learning, deep learning, blockchain. And I don't want to do that stuff, really. I don't. I want to focus on software engineering. I'm not interested in the other stuff. I've had my cybersecurity phase a few years ago. I don't want it anymore, really. I don't know if there's that much difference between CS and software engineering degrees. I expect the latter to focus more on practical engineering and CS more on the theoretical. Yeah, now that sounds good on the surface, but everyone says to do computer science degree because it's more, it gives you knowledge to do other things, and it's more respectable, it's more well known. I'm not like you get stuck in software engineering if that's what you choose. But I'm fine with that. I mean, I don't need to have a broad variety of options after the degree when I know what I want to do now. So actually, I want to bring something up from the Primeagen. Oh no. Yeah, there he is, Primeagen. He did say... He said something about... If I remember correctly, he said, don't do software engineering, do computer science, and then... Because then you can learn the basics better.
Programming professionally and on the side for getting close to 2 decades at this point. I've spent many years writing Java, C, C++, Python, Rust, Go, JavaScript, TypeScript, you name it. If I could go back and correct one mentality of mine from that entire time, I know exactly what it would be. So first, let me tell you a story so that way you can I'm pretty excited just learning how to program. and 7, 8, 9. I was in college. I'm pretty excited just learning how to program, getting pretty dang fast at it. I did a little bit in high school. I did a little bit of it when I was like, in 6th grade, but now I'm really actually doing it. And the thing is that I've always been on a Windows machine at that point. I just loved.
You studied maths with a minor in CS. Nice. Well, that basically proves that it doesn't matter really.
Obviously, gaming. That was my thing. Oh. From my heart of hearts onto the board. And of course, what did my interviewer do?
You could have just used grep.
And it was kind of like
Not here.
all those kind of things, right?
Okay, well, he says don't do a degree.
I almost got a master's in software engineering. Do you know what
Yeah, here it is. Listen to this.
that means?
No, but it sounds really cool.
It's not cool. In fact, it's literally the opposite of cool.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So in a master's of software engineering is where you draw squares and you give the squares names. Then you put little things we call fields on them where you give little sub-names.
Yeah.
And then you make a bunch of arrows. And the arrows are in fact different shapes to describe different relationships. One to many, many to one, aggregate, composite.
What would that create?
No, it creates a lot of work and no results. We actually call that modern software engineering.
Oh,
I almost got a
Yeah. Yo, Online Max, what's up? I'm good, man. I've been doing this Code Wars stuff. I'm trying to figure out if I should do computer science or software engineering. So you're saying you'd say the degree itself isn't sufficient. Are you talking about software engineering? If you're saying software engineering isn't sufficient by itself, then yeah. Don't know what to think. Have you finished your Snake game? What do you think? What do you think, Max? Has Code Gabe ever finished anything?
master's in software engineering.
I mean, software engineers. I just realized I'm hiding the chat. I think I'm hiding the comments. No, I'm not. So in software engineering, you don't do. I mean, I don't believe that you would do databases for the entire 3 years. That'd be a bit mad. What am I doing right now? Code Wars, and I'm trying to figure out which degree to pursue next year. What is this YouTube short slop? I am getting Primogen's opinion on software engineering. You can look at tutorial. There's nothing bad with seeking a little bit of help. Yeah. I mean, you don't learn much from tutorials. You're just copy and pasting it, unless it's a good teacher. But there aren't many actual good teachers on YouTube. There are some rare good ones, rare few. Yeah, you do databases. Yeah, of course you do databases in software engineering, but not for the entire 3 years. You don't specialize in that because that would be really boring. That would suck. Right. And now, after Yuso's comments in the chat, I'm kind of leaning more into computer science. Hmm.
I don't think there's been a video that has ever been asked for so hard for me to
Oh, he's watching a video. I'm not watching that. Let's turn this back on. We'll try to modify so you see what happens at the end. Huh? We'll modify the tutorial. Do you really need to know this stuff on the job? Like in a real software engineering job? Do you need to know about collinear vectors? Pro tip, use the dot product for this kata. If the dot product is 1, they are collinear. If it's -1, they are opposite. What's dot product? Most of the people I've worked with have been from pretty diverse backgrounds. There's no one obvious better path to working as a software engineer. Okay. In computer science, there'll be more math and algorithms, less programming. Well, that basically solves it. I don't really like maths or algorithms, and I like programming. So online max, what you just said is the opposite of what I want. So then that means that computer science is the way for me. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Software engineering is the way for me. The dot, we don't use the word job around here. I've got one. Sometimes. The dot product is given vectors. Wait. The dot product is given vectors a, b, and c, d. The dot product is a times c plus d times b. Okay. Alright, I get that. I understand that. But what does that accomplish? What does the dot product accomplish? What's the point of it existing? It depends on what kind of programming. If you're doing anything with 3D graphics, you definitely need linear algebra. For application development, it's very rare, but sometimes happens. Well, I don't suppose I'm going to be doing 3D graphics in my life, but anything can happen. I'm open to all opportunities. The product gives the cosine of the angle between the two vectors. This is not an 8 kata. This is probably 6. It's used in computer graphics a lot for lighting. For example, to determine if two vectors are collinear, then you divide the dot product by the length of the vector A and B. If that result is 1, then you know they are collinear if that result is -1. How did you guys learn all this stuff? Yuso and Jamie didn't go to... Well, no, you did go to university. You said it. But I think Jamie didn't go to university, right? And he's really good at this stuff. In math class, linear algebra. They teach that in high school in Canada. Yeah, they do that in England as well, in UK. It's just that I didn't choose it as an A level, as a class, when I should have. It is what it is. I'm sure I'd be a much better programmer if I did A levels instead of T levels. Now I gotta tell the people that are younger than me, do not do T levels. You don't learn much in it. It's a waste of time. You learned it when you was around 15 making a ray tracer. Sickaroo. So. Yeah, so just parallel vectors really. Write the function collinearity, which returns a Boolean type depending on what the vectors are, whether the vectors are collinear or not. Okay. Seems like I'm gonna spend the rest of my live stream on this. So. Bro, why am I stuttering? So, all vectors start from origin 0, 0, which is the middle of the screen, obviously. Be careful when handling cases where x1, x2, y1, y2 are 0 to avoid division by 0 errors. Okay. A vector with coordinates 0, 0 is collinear to all vectors. Okay. That's some good cheat code information there. So we're checking if 1, 1 is collinear. Is that the word? We're checking if 1, 1 is collinear of 1, 1. 1, 2 is collinear to 4. 1, 1 is collinear of 6, 1. It's not. Why not though? I know you guys said it in the chat, but I'm gonna search it up. Yeah, that question's pretty easy to do. What I just told you and verify if it's -1, 1 or neither. Yeah, but you're not supposed to tell me how to do it. Right? Because that kind of solves everything for me. If it is time for me to go to the co-op, buy beers and get pissed. No, Online Max, I appreciate your help. But I'm just thinking, how would someone, like an average student that doesn't have amazing viewers like you guys, giving them, like helping them a lot, how would they find this information? Let's say they're in my situation and they don't go university, they don't have anyone helping them. Pain and suffering, that's the correct answer. That's the correct answer. Right, Jamie, have fun getting pissed. I'm gonna go get water. We'll be back in a minute. Don't leave. NPC I'll walk. It's alright, Merkomas. See you next time. The actual Chromium package in Arch Linux is just compiled Chromium. Well, obviously it's called Chromium. Yuso knows the answer. He's trying to help me think. I should turn the light on. Oh. Alright, it's not blinding the viewers, we're good. Okay. When trying to work these kind of problems out, the first principles is useful to draw it out on paper. How would you determine if two lines are going the same way? Check if they both go up and down, or up, down, or left and right in the same direction. That would mean they're parallel. Oh, damn. Bro, my friend just said something racist. I need to mute the screen to... Oh my days. I swear I'm in Do Not Disturb. This guy, I need to go and Do Not Disturb now. This guy's spamming the N-word. Okay. Back to it then. So, yeah, I'll get a piece of paper then. Okay. Oh, I was gonna Google something. How to check if two vectors are collinear. They lie on the same straight line, meaning one vector can be expressed as a scalar multiple of the other. Oh, it's just x and y, isn't it? Yeah. So one goes left and right, one goes up and down. We got a 2D vector, not a 3D. So it's much easier. Two-dimensional. Yeah, x1 times x2 plus xy, wait, y1 times y2. Wait, no. Why have you got a minus? Okay, the formula that online Max gave was not like this. And I'll remind you of something that you said earlier, that they have the same angle, and yes, I know that isn't the most effective solution, but it's one that you can get to from first principles. Well, angles, that sounds really complicated. How are we gonna use angles in C++? What's the formula? Someone gave it. Oh, it was Jamie. X1 times y, x1 times x2 plus y1 times y2. No, wait, no. Okay, we've got 3 different formulas. What is going on? I've been given 3. Let me write this out here. And then the third one, so we have 3 formulas. What on earth is going on? Why do we have 3 different formulas for the same thing? C++ does have trigonometry functions. Yeah, I don't know how to use them though. I think I will. I think I'll use Max's one. You would need the trigonometry functions if you're using the angle, the cosine thingy, the cosine method. I don't know how to do that though. Let's check this. Write a function, collinearity, returns a boolean, depending on whether the vectors are collinear or not. So it can't be hard because it's 8kyu. So you've got 4 parameters here. I guess I'll just use the formulas one by one and see what it returns, see if it works. So let's do this. Int result is x1 times x2 plus y1 times y2 . C is supposed to be x1. But what's A? What was A supposed to be? A is x2. Yeah. C is supposed to be x2. Oh, bro. Oh, so I was right. I was right. It's alright, Max. No worries. Okay, so I'll just okay. And then C is supposed to be x2. Wait. A is x1. Okay. Alright then, alright then. STC out. Results. Let's just see what even happens. Where's the output? It's not giving me output. That is too bad. Okay. You have an error. Where? Oh. Oh, bro. I didn't see that. Okay. So, 0 to minus 5, 10. I was told it only outputs 0, 1 or minus 1. What is going on? I told you need to divide by the multiplication of the length of both vectors. Divide by the multiplication of the length of both vectors. So like that. It's a pretty big number. By the way, this dot product approach relies on the identity dot AB cos theta, where theta is the angle between the two vectors A and B. Am I doing the dot product approach? Pythagoras' theorem. I know that one. Wait. 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 Watch this. I learnt this one. I remembered it from school. Let's see. So, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then c equals square root of c, I mean. Okay. How does that have any relevance to this? Yeah, I know we got Einstein here, guys, I know. Just hire me as the next mathematician at Harvard next. Like. I don't get how Pythagoras' theorem is relevant because we do not have a triangle. Where's the triangle? Do it on paper. Why? Do what on paper? x1. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing on paper. Draw a vector. You can kind of see it. Oh. Why is it blue? You cannot see that. We'll just leave it like this. Oh, I do have a highlighter though. Can you see that? Yeah, you can, okay. So. It appears if vectors cross each other, I guess. The length of a vector v is square root dot vv. And it goes, start at 0, 0. 0, 0 is the middle. You guys cannot see that. There it is. Oh, Max versus Jamie. And it goes to, let's say, 4, 5. Okay. So 4, 5. Okay. So I think I should draw like an X and Y grid. Boom. And then boom. Right. X. Okay. So if it goes to 4, 5, right? It's here. Right, look at this genius right now. So we need to get from 0, 0 to the X at the top right. AFK for making dinner, okay. Have fun. Right, next. Draw the line. Oh, and then I draw the line down here. Okay, right. So then the Oh, so then it's like this, right? The hypotenuse is the long line. And then A and B are the shorter sides. Okay, so B is 4, A is 5. Okay, the calculation would be 5 squared plus 4 squared equals h squared. Right. So 25 plus 16 equals h squared. (41) is h squared. So the square root of 41 . Wait one sec. It's this number. So. Okay. Alright, guys. Look at this. Look at this genius. The calculation is all there. Just write 640. God. That's extremely good. Why'd you say God? Why? What's God got to do with this conversation? God help me. What? And then what do I do with this number? Like, what does H represent? Now replace 5, 4 by XY. Yeah, but I don't know what does the H represent? What do we do with H? What does H mean? Just redo the same. Alright then. Seems like this has turned into a maths lesson. Yeah, it has, clearly. But now you get f, x, y gives out a number. What is x and y though? Should I just make up some numbers? 1, 1. XY is your vector and the number is your distance. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, that. The length of the vector. Oh damn. Okay. That makes sense. H is length of vector. Yep. Okay. And H was it? You literally replace. Oh wait. You replace 4, 5 by xy and redo the same steps. I'll give you your formula for the length of the vector. Oh, and then you said I need to divide by the length of the vector, right? Divide by the multiplication of the length of both vectors. Okay. So I find the length of both vectors, multiply them, and then that answer, I divide it by this. Or I do this divided by those lengths. The multiplication of both the lengths. Yeah. Okay. Okay, pretty simple enough. So let's say, for example, we got 1 1 1 1. Oh no, that's a bit boring. Let's do this one. 1 1 6 1. So yeah. Okay then. So one here. What would I call it? X vector 1. I'll call it V1. Right. V1. And then V2 is 6 1. So V2. So the line is, wait, no, that gets tricky. Now there's two vectors. How am I supposed to draw a triangle from that? This creates a rectangle. Boom, 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 boom. Just do one vector. Oh, yeah. Do the length for one and then do the length for the other one. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, okay. Right, so do that. Well, that's just 1 1. So H is 1. Yeah, the length is 1. Okay then. And then this one, that's 1, and then that's 6. And that's H. Right. $37. So square root of 37. Square root of 37. I just got flashbanged again. 6.0. Okay. Look at this one. Yeah, that looks correct to me. So now I have the length for both. Now I need to times the length. So 1 times 6.08 is 6.08. Okay. So I just do this. Yeah, I'll do this calculation now. x1 times x2 plus y1 times y2. So x1 times x2 is 6 plus y1 times y2. 6 times 1 is 6. So 6 divided by 6.08. 6 divided by 6.08. It gives that. The length of vector is not 1, it's square root 2. Oh. Oh, yeah. How could I do such a mistake? Wait. 1.41. Okay, massive difference. 1.41. Right. So 1.41 times 6.08 is this. And now I do I think it was that. What was the result from this calculation? It was 6, wasn't it? X1 times x2, 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. Oh, it's 7. Right. So 7 divided by that is 0.81. So that is the answer. That is the final answer. Bro, you can't just do the formula by hand. I want you to create your own formula for the length of the vector given input x and y, like what the Pythagorean theorem is. Yes. But doing it by hand first is still necessary to understand it. And I think I understand it, but it's giving us an answer of 0.81. What? And it wants to return a boolean. So I've made a mistake. Of course. Show the paper. Paper has not. I only changed the length of vector 1 to 1.41. The length of vector 2 is 6.08. I calculated their lengths correctly. Yeah, the lengths are calculated correctly. So all that means is that this formula is incorrect. So I'll try your one then. Yeah, that's weird. It is. It very much is. So yeah, I'll just try this one then. So wait, that's not how you calculate. Oh. No, it's not weird. It can't be weird. Maths is not weird. What's the question to return true if they are collinear or to return false? Those vectors are not parallel, yeah. Well, if they both go horizontal, if they both go vertical, then they would be parallel. But they don't, no. No, they're not parallel. Yeah, that's definitely not parallel. I'm not sure what it wants as an output. Returns a Boolean type depending on whether the vectors are collinear or not. So if it is collinear, then we want it true. If it's not collinear, then we want it false. So that means that the formula is right since it doesn't return 1 or -1. Well, it doesn't return neither. It returns a decimal. When working with square roots, I don't know how you're ever supposed to get it. You're rarely gonna get a whole number. Most of the time it is. So you're supposed to return 1. So 1 means false. Yeah, so if the answer is a decimal number, then we'll return 1 for false. And -1 is if it's true. Okay. I'll just gotta write it in code then. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Divided by... No, it is if they are 1, you return true. Okay. If it's not 1, you return false. Alright. So that, and I need to get the multiplication of the length of both vectors. So vector 1 and then vector 2. So it's... I think I should make a separate function for it. Or they already... There's already a built-in function for doing Pythagoras' theorem. Obviously, there should be. Should be. Should be somewhere. Anyway, I'll just make it. Yeah. There isn't in C++. Oh. Okay. Okay. We do... Oh, it takes... Yeah. Int x, int y. Return x. Oh, I'll just do it one by one, right? Answer. No, h. I'll call it a and b because I'm used to a and b. h squared equals a What is the exponent operator? Pow. Oh. Exponents doesn't exist. Bro. Bro, you're crazy. Such a crazy language. This language doesn't have exponents. Damn. Yeah, I can't do that, but it looks ugly. A squared plus. Boom. Okay. Or I could just do straight away the square root. How to do square root in C++? I think I need to import a library, which I don't want to do. I want to make it by myself. Alright, fine, whatever. Whatever. You need to include it unless you want to make it yourself. CMath is from Standard Library, right? Yeah, it's part of Standard Library. Okay, cool then. So I'll just return this. Okay, and then Python's theorem. What are the numbers? X1, Y1. Python's theorem. X2, Y2. Okay. And then I know it's still wrong, but I just want to see what the output is. I forgot the semicolon again. Oh, wait. Such a silly Billy. What's up, the debug diary? How are you doing? Currently doing some maths. Unexpected. Not before CMath. Yeah, we're learning maths. Fortunately. I know I didn't check. I just wanna STDC out the results. But it's not. Okay. 1 minus 1. Oh, it does work. Good. So it gives either 1 or minus 1. So then I can simply just return the result. I don't even need to do anything else. Okay. Oh, wait. I know. Don't tell me the answer. Online Max. Shush. I know what I need to do. If. Oh, Max, I just told you don't give me the answer. Please. I know it's with the zeros. It says here, a vector with coordinates... Oh, no, is it? Where is it? Be careful when handling cases where x1, x2, y1, or y2 are 0 to avoid division by error. So that's what I got to do. I'll just use a ternary operator. Thank you for retracting your message. I appreciate it. I'm going to use the ternary operator because I'm cool like that. So, x 0. It's alright, don't worry. Return false. Okay, I don't think I can use continue in a ternary operator. Right. This is what happens when you're too fancy. Doesn't work. So if either of them are 0, then yeah, syntax is wrong, I bet. Return false. That's it. I don't need to check for anything else. So that should be it. I meant to say... Wait, I've got to return true. Wait. Your check is wrong too, and the return value, everything's wrong. Oh my. Check. So if all of them are 0, you need to fix the return value. But it expects it to be true if that, right? If there's 0, so. Okay, I'll try this one. Oh, wait, I know what I did wrong. If X and this are 0, or if this and this is 0, that should be it. Oh, fuck. I know I did wrong. I know I did wrong. X. Okay, that should be it. That should be it now. That's it. Let's see what Max said. When you change from false to true, no, still wrong. Because it is x1, y1, a vector, not x1 to x2. Yes. I think I see a plane coming near them. Okay. Let's do this then. Let's attempt it. Oh, bruh. What? Man. Come on, man. Max, what is going on? Please help me. Should I just make it unsigned? Sometimes in C++ it might not actually return 1. Okay. So should I round it? Oh. Oh, that's not the fix. That's not the fix. Just do something like absolute. Oh, on the last return. That doesn't do it. Expected true. Actual false. You're supposed to do if they are opposite. It's not what I meant to do. Well, couldn't I just round it? Instead of doing all this, you can just do round. Round to the like highest number. Ceiling. It's not working. Oh, I think I should give up. I think I should like throw my computer out the window. What is this? What is this? What is all this waffle? Also on the first return, add and or. I thought C++ didn't have and or. This seems like it won't work. That's not what you meant. Max, do you want to just come on a Discord call? Come in, voice one. Add the same thing on the first return, but with an or. S to the abs. You're at school. If you're at school, go learn. Can't be on YouTube, man. Alright then. You're in break. You've been in break for a long time. Okay. On the condition after the first 1.0 result. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's true. Somehow I didn't get a syntax error, but I did now. I got a syntax error when I fixed the syntax error. So this one's there. This one's there. This one's there. So you've got an extra parenthesis there. At the end of the if. I mean, it works. So I just broke that thing. Just write STD abs. What? Yo, I'm not getting this. It's alright though. Max, thank you for all your help, but I will have to pause the stream currently because I need to go to my kickboxing class. So I would try this another time. Yeah, the test cases are what traps you. Everything else was fine apart from that. Just that one pesky test case. Right. Thank you everyone for watching. Are you planning on continuing today? No. Today's the only stream of today. Because after kickboxing, I'm literally just gonna like shower and then sleep. So, but I might do an early morning stream tomorrow, right? To do more C++. I might. So just be wary if that does happen. If you want to try replace E7 to E5, I don't know why it would fail. It seems a bit weird to do that. Yeah, I would try it another time. Thanks, Max. Thanks, Yuso. Thanks, everyone, for the help. Have a nice night, all of you, and see you next time. Peace.